You guys, welcome back to our channel, and if you are new here, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you have already been here, welcome back. Go ahead and hit that like button because you already see what we're about to get into today. We're about to get a little story time for you guys. So today's story time is going to be about my prom night. Unfortunately, this story definitely have a lot of characters in it, so I'm gonna try to do my best to deliver the story as good as possible. So before we get into the story, I'm gonna tell y'all all the characters so y'all can kind of get, you know, understanding of everybody's role and who is who and what is what. So we have me, of course, and we have my friend Jada. So these are going to be fake names. So Jada's my best friend. Cynthia is the girl that I really don't care for. My brother, of course, I can't really give him a fake name because he's just in my life and y'all see him on a regular basis, of course. So we have bruh, and we have this boy named Justin. Now Justin is going to be tied to Cynthia. So Cynthia and Justin are friends, and me and Jada are best friends and bro. Okay? So it is prom morning, you guys. You know, I'm waking up. I'm excited. I'm happy. I smell the roses. I hear the birds chirping. Like, today was going to be a good day. Period. I wasn't trying to, like, none of it. Today was going to be a good day. That was it. That was the plan. Today was going to be a good day. Of course, you know, for us girls, we already had everything like done way before prom day got here. Like, we already had our hair done. We already had the outfit head to toe. Like, nails did, head, toe. Like, everything was already done. All we really had to do on prom morning, our prom day, was to get our face done. That's pretty much it. So prom morning get here, it's like 10 in the morning, I can recall. Of course, my mom set me up to get my face beat, of course. So we go to my appointment. I'm getting my face done, and you know, my mom's recording me. You know, she getting all the pictures in and behind the scenes, and she's like, oh, you look so pretty now. You know, I'm just looking good. You know, just getting all beat up and stuff, and my phone goes off. So I'm like, okay. And my phone goes off again. So my phone went off 2 times in 1 minute. So one thing about me, I don't like when people constantly like hit my phone back to back, because 1, it better be an emergency, and 2, like, come on. The only person that really hits my phone back to back is my best friend Jada, so I'm used to it, and she always thinks it's funny. And plus, I'm not a good person to text back, so she knows how to get my attention. So in order for you to get me to text back ASAP, hit my phone up. So my phone's going off. It's going off. Boom, boom, boom. So I had my eyes closed. And my mom, you know, she's still recording. She's getting all the behind the scenes. I'm looking good. And so I'm like, Mom, can you grab my phone for me? And she was like, no, you almost done. Don't worry about it. I was like, no, Mom, my phone's going off. Like, I need to check my phone. I'm checking my phone. And of course, Jada. So back then, my phone was designed, like, I had set my phone up to a way where I don't have to, like, unlock my screen to get in. I could just immediately see who texted me and what they said. But since, like I said, Jada hit me up so many times that only thing I seen was Jada and 6 new text messages, like 6 new messages. So I was like, okay. So I had to unlock my screen. I had to unlock my phone to see what she said. So I'm looking at my phone, and the first thing she says, hey, Cynthia is at my house. Okay. And then the next thing she says, my dad told me she has a guy with her. So me and Jada already know who this guy is, Justin. So let me just give y'all a little flashback of the reason why I really don't care for Cynthia as much as Jada. So back then, of course, we still in high school, but this is like way before prom was getting closed. And Cynthia, like one of them friends that your parents warn you about. My mom warned me about Cynthia the first time she met Cynthia. I think so. My mom was like, "Watch out for her. I don't like her. That ain't it." Like, so, you know, when mama say that, you know, I'm listening. Like, I listen to everything my mom tell me because, Sade, I learned. Like, I don't know about other people, but one thing about me, when somebody say something, I'm going to keep it in the back of my head, and I'm going to open up my third eye because they see something apparently I can't see. So I definitely need to keep my eye open for that, all right? Cynthia has spread, well, really, Cynthia tried to spread a rumor about me that didn't make any sense. And the thing about it, this what irritated me the most, because we was cool with you. So Cynthia had a very troubled past. Well, it really wasn't a past. It was something that was still going on. So Cynthia was definitely dealing with like a lot of stuff. So she's like one of the people, like if y'all ever had a friend that deals with a lot and they kind of like a lot themselves, and you be like, I can't with you, boo. Like, you too much. Like, I'm sorry, but this ain't it. Like, girl, I can't do it. Jada had a big old heart and wanted to be Cynthia's friend, and you know, just wanted to be nice to Cynthia. And I ain't gonna lie, Cynthia was kind of funny and stuff at first, but then Cynthia, of course, over time started showing her true colors. And that's when my mom picked up and, you know, laid the message to me, and I had to open my third eye and tell Jada, like, nah, I don't trust Shawty. Like, you gotta keep an eye on Shawty. Like, she ain't it. So Cynthia told a fake rumor. I don't know where it came from still to this day, but she said something about me, and it got to a girl that I personally do not care for at all. Like, and the fact that the girl was going around with my name in her mouth, I'm like, girl, I don't even talk to you. I'm not even friends with you. I'm like, why am I so important in your life to take time out your day to talk about me over something that you heard that don't even make sense? But since you heard my name in it, you had to go run your little mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like that. So at first I didn't know Cynthia started the rumor. I thought it was Shawty that I didn't really care for. I'm not gonna give her a name because that's just Shawty I didn't care for. Okay. So I was like, well, who will make up something like that? That doesn't make sense. Like, where is this coming from? So, like I said, Mama warned me, and I took Mama's advice, and I was like, you know what? I got something for that. So when I went home one day, you know, I processed everything, and I was like, something ain't adding up because I really don't like that. Like, it's not sitting well with me at all. So I came up with this idea to basically tell Cynthia something like crazy, but I knew she was going to believe it. I knew she was going to run her mouth. And I just said it around her and Jada. So I didn't tell Jada that I had like this whole idea, like to set Cynthia up. It just kind of like went with the flow because I wanted to see who spread the rumor. And like I said, Mama told me. So I listened to Mama, and I be dog, I told the rumor to Cynthia and Jada, and I be dog, here go Cynthia, go tell it. And I be dog, I found out the same exact day when I told Cynthia and Jada that rumor, that fake behind rumor that I came up with. I found out on the same day that the rumor spread that doggone fast on the bus on the way going home. So I was like, that's it. That's it. Like Cynthia, I can't rock with you, shawty. Like, yeah, you cool or whatever the case may be, but me and you, that's it. We done. We dead. Like, I don't rock with that. So that's when I found out about that. So I told Jada, heads up, like, nah, Cynthia's weird. Like, we can't kick it with her. Like, shawty tripping. Like, she got to go. Like, shawty a little watermouth. I don't like people that be just running their mouth for no reason. Like, I just told you something so small and you went and took it to the freaking mountains, like Mount Everest. Like, girl, calm down. That's when I start not liking Cynthia because of that. So apparently Justin is like, they were just basically good friends. a little too good friends, but okay. I'm still focused on why the heck Justin is there, but okay. I don't even think I replied back to the text because then we head to the car. So I immediately tell my mom, I'm like, yo, mom, Jada texted me and she said Cynthia's there. And my mom was like, okay. And I'm like, and she brought a guy. So my mom was like, that wasn't a part of the plans. I'm like, exactly, that's what I'm saying. So she was like, well, you need to tell your brother. So this is where my brother comes into play in the whole prom day. So before prom came, I think it was like the same week, I went and tried to go get my license because the plan was that it was going to be me and Jada going to prom and I was going to be driving and we was just going to be looking good whipping, easy peasy. But unfortunately, I didn't get my license that day. I failed the test. And when I got back home, of course, I told my mom. My dad took me to go get my license, but I didn't end up getting my license that day. So no license, no car for prom night for me. I'm crying, like, oh my God. I wanted to drive, like I wanted to be cute, like I just wanted to whip it. It's just like, and I couldn't do none of that. So when I got home, I told my mom, of course, like I didn't get my license. So he was like, oh, don't even worry about it. I got a good idea for y'all. I wasn't even comfortable with y'all driving on prom night anyway. So just how about your brother chauffeur y'all around? So I was like, you know what, Mom? That's a brilliant idea. So I immediately hit Jada up and I was like, hey, change of plans. I didn't get my license, so my brother's gonna chauffeur us around. She was like, oh, bit, like she was down for it. Like she thought that was when I first told her the idea, she was like, oh, it's lit. We could do whatever, we could drink, we could smoke, da-da-da-da-da. Like she was excited. She was happy. So I was like, okay, so, me not getting my license that day, it kind of like went away because after texting Jada, she was mad hyped. So I was like, this sounds like a good plan. We in the car, my mom's like, you got to tell your brother. So I call my brother. I don't even text him. Like when it comes to my brother, he don't like last minute things. So what was told to my brother before the day came that it was just gonna be me, him, and Jada going to prom. That was it. But of course, like the day before or something like that, Jada told me that Cynthia wanted to go to prom. So Jada was like, come to prom with us and, just have a good time. Da, 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 da. So that's how Cynthia ended up coming with us to prom. Unfortunately. So I need to call my brother and I'm like, yo, bro. He like, what up? And I'm like, so change of plans. Cynthia is going to be coming with us and she invited a boy. He was like, hold on. That wasn't a part of the plans. I'm like, yeah, bro, I know. I just found out today. Jada texted me and said that. So I don't know. He was like, I don't know where he gonna go, but Cynthia can come. But I'm gonna have to find a ride. So I'm like, I bet, like, that sounds like a plan. So I hung up with him. So Jada calls me 25 minutes later and she was like, yeah, my dad called me and he was like, she's here, but she has a guy with her. And I was like, so why did she bring Justin? And she was like, I don't even know why she brought Justin. She didn't even run that across me. So I was like, okay, so my brother said that Cynthia can come, but Justin can't. And she was like, I agree. So I was like, all right, bet, boom. Like, we get back to the house so I can get dressed. And my brother's going to get dressed, of course, because he's going to be chauffeuring us around. So we all get back to the house. We take pictures. My family there, it's everything is all pretty and pretty. Oh my God, my family there. They give me hugs and kisses. They take the pictures and all that stuff. So we leave. Everybody leaves, of course, and we head to Jada's house to go pick Jada up. So we get to Jada's house, and unfortunately, Jada's not there yet, but Cynthia and Justin is. Of course, I text Jada, I said, hey, I'm here. And she was like, is Justin still there? And I was like, I don't know. I'm about to walk inside right now and see. So I walk inside. Now, of course, her dad lets me in. Jada pulls up and Jada's like, she's talking to, Jada didn't say, I don't think Jada said anything when she first walked in. Like, she went straight to the bathroom because she was still getting ready. So Jada's still getting ready and I'm sitting on the couch and, I'm recording. So, I'm getting out, I'm looking all cute. You can't tell me nothing. And so we go outside, and Jada's mom like, come on, you guys, let's take a picture before y'all go. So we all hugged up, and we all looking cute, just looking good. And this is why I named her Cynthia. She called herself putting her head together. And everybody know how that Cynthia doll look on Road Rats. So, the little... I can't make this up. I swear to God, I can't make this up. Let's just say she wasn't looking prom ready. That's what we're going to say. We're going to keep it nice and clean. Cynthia was not looking prom ready. Cynthia was looking like the true Cynthia, okay? So we was taking pictures, of course, and so we all about to get into the car. So, my brother, he's the driver. I'm in the passenger seat. Jada's behind me. And Cynthia's about to get on the other side. So behind Cynthia is Justin. So my brother was like, whoa, what you doing? He was like, I'm about to get in the car. My brother was like, nah, no you're not. I don't know if they told you, but I'm just taking them three. Nobody said you. And he was like, oh, well, I mean, and then the girl goes, here goes Cynthia. She goes, oh, please let him go. He's the only person I got. I don't really have people here. And I need somebody to protect me and blah, blah, blah. So I'm already annoyed by Cynthia being there. And then on top of that, she's complaining and she's whining. And we got reservations at California Dreamers. So we trying to get there on time. So I was like, bro, like, just come on. He was like, well, I don't know where you gonna go because I'm dropping them off at the restaurant. And he was like, oh, you can drop me off at the gas station right there. So my brother was like, all right. So they all get in the car and we go take Justin to the gas station, like he said. So we drop Justin off and we go to California Dreamers. So this is how we had the whole setup. So the prom destination, California Dreamers, and our hotel. Like everything was kind of like in a circle pretty much. Like it wasn't too far away from each other. Like everything was like boom, boom, boom. Like it wasn't more than 5 minutes away. So the prom site and the hotel was less than a minute away. Like we could literally walk to the hotel room. And California Dreamers was all the way in like 5 minutes away or something like that. So we drop Justin off and we go to California Dreamers. So of course we have reservations. All you gotta do is go in, say your name, and they'll sit you. You ain't got no wait. So we get there and I guess Cynthia told Jada ahead of time that she didn't have any money or whatever the case may be. So Jada was like, oh, I got you. So I'm glad she didn't look over here because boo. No, nobody told you to come from the beginning if you ain't have no money. I'm sorry, but that ain't it. Like, don't look over here. So one thing about me, I'm the one that planned the reservations. So I chose California Dreamers because I love the bread. And Jada, she's really not that picky. She really didn't care where we eat at. So I chose California Dreamers. California Dreamers is known for, I think, their salads and their bread. So of course, everybody ordered their food. And here goes Cynthia complaining. So I can't remember exactly what Cynthia ordered off the menu, but apparently Shawty wasn't feeling it. And she was complaining the whole time when we got there. And I hate when people come and complain at a restaurant. And she was making a way to go back and forth. Like, I hate that. Like, don't mess up my stuff because Shawty over here tripping. And I didn't understand why she was tripping anyway. Like, girl, you ain't got no money. Like, how you gonna... Girl, anywho, bye. I really wasn't trying to pay her no attention. I was trying to enjoy my time and taking a moment of me and Jada, and that was it. Like, Shawty was just like Casper at this point. I was trying to treat Cynthia like Casper. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I wasn't trying to let her kill none of my vibes. So I ordered a burger and 2 things of bread, and Cynthia was like, oh, can I have some? And I'm not the type of person, like, I'm not gonna be rude to you or nothing like that. Like, I'm gonna treat you like a human being. As long as you treat me as a human being, we good. So I think she grabbed like 2 pieces of bread. I really didn't care. I ain't need that much bread anyway. She grabbed the 2 bread and it got to a point where it was time to like pack up. So of course, I don't know about y'all, but me, when I go to an event, especially when I'm stunting on heifers, I'm going to look my best and I'm going to come late on purpose. That's just me. That's just who I am. You better not be dressing like me because you will exit this building because I finally showed up. So, be gone. So bruh's waiting on us. So we go get in the car. We head into the prom site. So Cynthia's in the back and she's like, hey, after we leave the prom or while we there, can you go pick up Justin for me? My brother was like, I don't do that. I'm only here for my sister and Jada. That's it. She was like, okay, so apparently she was texting Justin. I don't know how she was communicating with Justin, but she was talking to Justin. So we get to the prom site and they had us like sign a paper and stuff and they gave us stuff, but I can't remember that, honestly. Don't ask me. And I see my friend like, yo, what's like, girl, you look good. We lit. We having a good time. Like, we all decided to see each other. And of course, we all go straight to the photo booth. So everybody like huddled up at the photo booth. Like, the photo booth was where it was at. Okay, so all my friends and everybody, we all go to the photo booth and, you know, we just having fun taking pictures and stuff, and we just having a good time. So of course it was like another, not really a photo booth, but you know, like that one where they do the real prom pictures at. So me and Jada was like, hey, let's go take a picture together. So me and Jada tried to go take a picture together, and we tried to lose Cynthia, but some odd reason Cynthia kept finding her way to find us. I'm like, how you can find us? Like, it was my mission to lose Cynthia the whole time. Like, I didn't want you at prom, period. Like, get away. So me and Jada was like, hey, let's go take a picture together. And I don't even remember how Cynthia got into the picture to this day. But some way, somehow, Cynthia found her way into the picture. Yeah. So we really didn't like stay too long because they was about to start to wrap up. And like I said, the hotel was right there. Like, we can walk to the hotel room. But ain't nobody was about to walk in no heels, especially looking cute as I was. Bro was out front and we get into the car, and I think Cynthia was like the last one, and I wanted to leave her, honestly, but I think Jada was like, nah, don't leave her. So we didn't leave Cynthia, unfortunately. So fast forward, we all get into the car. Cynthia finally comes to the car, and we're about to go to the hotel. So my brother crank up the car, about to back up. She was like, hey, can you go get Justin? My brother was like, nah, like I said, like, I ain't trying to do none of that. Please, like she just doing that whine the crowd over and over again. So I go look at my brother. I'm like, can you just go get the man? Like, prom's over with. You just go get her and they can be together and they can go about their way, you know? So we go and she calls Justin. She was like, hey, Justin, where are you? And he was like, I'm still at the gas station. She was like, okay, we're on the way to come get you. So the gas station wasn't too far away from the prom site and hotel, of course. So we go down there and we go get Justin. So the whole story took a very bad turn because my stalker ex was there. So Justin was there and he was standing next to a truck, and it was, of course, people in the truck. So it was a girl, it was a guy. So the girl was in the driver's seat, it was a guy, and it was a couple other guys in the back. So they all in the truck. So Justin comes and he sees the car, of course, so he comes and walks towards the car. Cynthia jumps out the car with no shoes or nothing, going towards Justin. I don't know why. So she goes run to Justin and she's like, hey, come on, da da da. So I don't know how my stalker ex seen me in the car, but apparently he seen me in the car. So my brother knows him, and I told him about him because he jumps out the passenger seat. Like, he opens the car door and all, jumps out the passenger seat, jumps out the car, and he's like big old eyes. And for some odd reason, you know how like one of the moments where something like positions you in the right way to like see something, or just like whatever the case may be, like, why, like, you always question like, why did my body just turn to see dust? And that's exactly what happened. So my stalker is jumped out the car, out the passenger seat, jumps out the car, big old eyes. I turn. Once I turn, I see him. He see me. I'm like, oh no. So this guy, he's very, very toxic. Like, he was very, like, his mind was very, all over the place, and I couldn't get with it. I was like, oh no, like, you too much. Like, I was like, oh no. So my brother immediately sees him as well. So my brother was like, oh no. So my brother put that car in drive, door open and all. And I'm still looking back. Justin, like, he's like walking, him and Cynthia walking towards the car. My brother's about to drive off. So my friends was following us because I didn't tell them where the hotel was. I don't recall telling them where the hotel was. I couldn't just like, hey, follow us. Like when we had went outside, I was like, hey, follow us, you know? So they was following us. And I think it was just like one car with a couple of people in it. And I think the rest was just like waiting on us to send them the Addy. That was it. And my stalker jumps out the car and jumps into the driver's seat. Now, like I said, it was the girl in the driver's seat. That was his girlfriend. So I was confused on why did you jump out the passenger seat to move her out the driver's seat to get in the driver's seat, and that was her car, and you gonna drive and chase a whole nother girl? Like I said, that man had his mind all over the place. They following us. We about to leave Justin and Cynthia, and I was okay with that because I was trying to leave them a long time ago. So my brother, he's like about to get it, and I can't remember exactly what made my brother like stop. I think it was like a car in front of us, or I can't remember, but they kind of caught up to the car. They got up to the car, got in the car. I was like, so we driving. My brother was like, nah, like he ain't about to be following us. Like that man's weird. Cause I told my brother, like, that man's weird. We picking up a little speed cause we trying to lose him. And the hotel is right there. Like the hotel is like less than 3 minutes away. So we approaching a hotel, but we can't lead him to the hotel. But then again, we trying to lose him. And like I said, we had people following us. So it was a whole lot. So we didn't want to seem like we had stuff going on to our friends. So I just text my homegirl. I was like, hey, this the Addy, go to the hotel. We'll be pulling up in a minute. So she was like, I bet. So she went ahead and passed us. So she didn't know what really was going on, but she kind of had a feeling that something like wasn't right. So my brother was like, nah, da. So my brother calls my dad and calls my mom. He like, God following us, and I think he got a gun, and da, and she knows Sinead, da. And I'm like, oh my God, like really, like, all because of freaking Justin. Justin knew who the guy was and knew that I really didn't care for the guy as well. And he used his phone to call Cynthia because apparently his phone was off or whatever the case may be. He in the car, and my brother was like, why the F did you talk to him? You already know. And my brother's like, do he know? And I was like, yeah, bro. So I'm looking in the back. I'm like, yo, why? Like, what's going on? Like, this is too much. And so he was like, my phone dead, and I had to use somebody's phone, and he was there, so why not? And my brother was like, nah, we gotta let you go. Like, you gotta get out. So he was like, just in the bed. He was like, it's okay, cool. Like, let me out. I don't care. So Cynthia was like, stop. No. Like, don't say that. Like, you came here with me. Listen, both of y'all can get going, like, for real. Because ever since y'all said y'all was apart, like, ever since y'all pulled up, it was a problem. So it ended with a problem. It's gonna get worse from here. So my brother pulls in the prom site so he won't know where we at. So my brother was like, that y'all get out. So Cynthia and Justin gets out the car, and like I said, we gonna walk straight to the hotel. So they knew where the hotel was because my brother dropped our clothes off for us because we was gonna stay there overnight. So while we was in the prom site, my brother went ahead and dropped our stuff off at the hotel, and he sat there till it was time for us, to be picked up. So Justin and Cynthia hops out the car, and I guess they went straight to the hotel, of course. And I think I think Jada went with them as well. So Jada went with them, and my brother was like, you not going nowhere. And I was like, of course, like, I don't know where this guy went. So we did lose him, but we don't know where he ended up going. So my brother, of course, called my parents, and he told them everything. So my parents, they the ones that's TTG, like, trained to go. Like, they don't be playing. My mom pull up, my dad pull up, my godmom pull up, my goddad pull up, and Jada mom and dad and family pulled up. So everybody pulled up, like, they was TTG, like, trained to go. They was like, what's going on, who here ain't supposed to be here, like y'all gotta go. So fast forward, they pull up and my brother telling them everything, and my brother was like, go up to the hotel room. So it was a cop already there, and my brother was like, can you walk her upstairs while I sit out here? So my parents, like, they didn't pull up just yet, but they was on the way there. My bad. Like, they was on the way there. So my brother was still standing outside waiting, because if homeboy pulled up, my brother was like, we can get it till my parents pull up. So he told the cop to, follow me upstairs. So as I go upstairs, me and the cop, I don't take elevators, y'all. I don't like elevators. Like, I will take a flight of stairs before I take elevators. Let's get that straight. So we go up the stairs and go to my room. And of course, it's prom night. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people had rooms there. And it smelled like weed, marijuana, whatever you want to call it. Mary Jane. It was loud. It was lit. It was prom night. That's what it was. So as it approaching my door, I was like, oh. So I was like, oh, I'm good. Like, I didn't even want to open the door. I was like, oh, I'm good. There's girls in there. They're naked. He was like, you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. You can go. Thank you so much. So he goes off. So I go into the room, and of course, the Cynthia, Justin, Jada, and the people that we told to follow us. So they all in the room, of course, getting lit. And tell me why Cynthia, so as I'm walking the room, Cynthia is in the freaking bathroom. Why is Cynthia the first one in the bathroom? So I told Jada, because Jada's not even undressed. I'm like, Jada, why Cynthia in the bathroom? She was like, I don't know, she just ran in there. So my parents finally pulled up. My mom comes upstairs. My mom and godmom come straight upstairs. Jada people is still on the way. So my dad and my goddad is still downstairs. But my brother, so they waiting for, homeboy to pull up. Like, you want to act stupid? Let's get it. So my mom and my godmom comes upstairs, and, my mom has a key. So she opens up the door. Once my mom opens up the door, here goes Cynthia, comes straight out. So, a lot of hotel rooms, like, the bathroom is right there by the door. So this is the door. This is the bathroom, of course. So my mom walks in, and here goes Cynthia. Boom. So my mom was like, oh, you got to go. Get your stuff. So I don't know exactly what Cynthia said, but like, Sade, you want to get buck with my mama? We could get buck up in here. Don't play by my mama. Don't disrespect my mama, because I swear to God, you'll be bleeding it up in here all down that floor. Stop playing. So I don't really think she said anything to my mama, but I was waiting for her to say something, because I was waiting to beat her butt that day. I swear to God, I was about to beat that bitch ass. But anywho, so my mom was like, oh, you gotta go. And she seen Justin sit right there, and like I said, Justin said his phone died or something like that. So Justin was sitting on the floor charging his phone, and she was like, oh yeah, you gotta go. She said, nobody told me no boys was gonna be here. She was like, gotta go. And he was like, oh, it's cool, I was gonna leave anyway. I was just trying to charge up my phone. And Cynthia was like, no, he can't go, because if he go, then I don't have nobody. And here go the wine again, the fake waterworks. So my mom was like, well, you can go with him. So Justin goes, and I think Justin took the flight of stairs as well outside. So Justin goes, and Cynthia grabs, I don't even think Cynthia grabbed anything. I think Cynthia just ran out of there.
Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life.
Y'all, Cynthia had no shoes or nothing. Like I said, we was at that gas station. Cynthia didn't have any shoes. I don't know what Cynthia's shoes was. But Justin left, so Cynthia runs right behind him. So when they go, like, Justin been left, like, kind of. Like, he was already a couple, like, he was already at the staircase, let's just say that. And Cynthia, I think she was trying to grab something, so that's kind of what made her a little late. But she didn't grab everything, because, baby, she didn't have her shoes. I still don't know what her shoes was. I think she left that at the prom site. But anywho, so she goes storm at the door. So my godmom still at the door. Like, she's just standing right there at the door. And my mom was like, and she looked, and she was like, okay, everybody good? Like, y'all good? And the other people there like, yeah, we good. Like, we about to get. She was like, okay, that's good. So my mom was like, all right, let's go downstairs. So we go downstairs with my mama, and of course, Jada family was out there too. So we all go downstairs. And once we get downstairs, so Cynthia goes running barefoot out. So they was like, what the world? So they said the boy cut the corner. And she was like, where did he go? Where did he go? They was like, where did he go? Where did he go? And my brother was like, he went that way. But they said they don't think that she paid attention to where they pointed. And she just ran the opposite way. So Cynthia's going chasing Justin. Finally, Cynthia and Justin is out our hair. Finally. She goes run barefooted after Justin, but went the completely opposite way. So we all go back upstairs, and the people that's there that was following us, they was like, you know, we're gonna head to the spot, the party, and see how the party looking. So we was like, all right, go ahead, let us know how it look, and you know what the hype is about, and you know we might just pull up. So now it's just me, Jada, and my brother. And we went to the party. And once we got to the party, like the party was, it was really a hype. Like it was a mad hype. And most of the people that said that they was pulling up, they did the same exact thing as us. Like we pulled up and we was like, what's the moves? So we hit up one of our friends that was supposed to be at the party, and they was like, yeah, it wasn't nothing. They was charging $10 to get in. I was like, $10? Boo-bye. So we was like, where y'all at? They was like, we at the Waffle House. So everybody knows when you go to the Waffle House, it's about to be lit. But that was a bad idea. So once we about to pull up to the Waffle House, they text Jada and they was like, nah, y'all don't come. So-and-so got the police up here. They acting crazy. I was like, okay, at least we not having a bad night. Like, we can't be the only ones having a bad night. The street where our hotel was on, it has 2 Waffle Houses. So they was at the Waffle House that was more close to the hotel. And we seen the cops there. So we was like, yeah, that definitely ain't the move. So we just went ahead and went back to the hotel room. And we just chilled and vibed. And that was pretty much it. Like, Cynthia, like, baby, get your stuff together, okay? So yeah, that was pretty much it. Cynthia was a whole lot. Justin was a whole lot. But at the end of the day, I was glad it was going, and I didn't have to deal with them no more. Child, pray for her. Pray for her, child. Alright, you guys, thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and definitely give a thumbs up if you like this story time. And as always,